Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we will be looking into how you can spot fake marches when fighting. As you can see on the picture right now, we have three pictures of three different marches, and I'm going to explain them during this video, what they are and how they work and what's the benefit of actually trying to send fake marches. So let's see here. We have on the left side a main march, and we have on the right side we have a fake march or an alternative march if you want to call it that way. So what I want to show you guys here is very simple, that a main march usually contains a cavalry or at least a shieldman. A fake march usually contains a march that if the enemies already attack you once or twice, you probably know by now what kind of march they're using as their main. So what I want to show you guys here is that on the left side is my personal main march, and on the right side is also my personal, but it is a fourth march. And the difference here is that the main march I have full troops, full everything on normally, while on the right march I basically allocated only one troops to each immortal, but it's gonna on visually on the map when they march, they're gonna be looking very similar to each other, and it's very different, or actually it's quite difficult to differentiate unless you have a very similar setup to your main march. So I'm gonna show you guys in the game how you can actually do this, and you can see here, right here, and there we go, and there we go. Let's call on Noom, and you can see here, for example, if I send my main march and I send my secondary march, you can see here I can put my troops to become like this. And even if I do this as well, let's actually do this so you guys can see the differences. You can see basically there are no difference, right? Even though if you send your main, your second, but your third, even with one troop, it's gonna be looking the same. So what's the play here? The play here is to be looking at the differentiate here. So for example, if I put my fourth march as right like this, and then I just put this right there, and then I attack a Noom as well, you will see that my, excuse me for a minute, forgot to do this. So if you see here that my march that's gonna be attacking your castle will be looking something like this. This is a fake march, and the reason why I do these fake marches is something called talent right there. I want to proc the talent as much as I can, so when my main march hit, you won't be able to use this talent. So you can see here, it doesn't do nothing. You just go, and most of the time it's gonna be looking like this, losing nothing at all, just basically sending your main march, or sorry, your fake march to proc the talent. If you're an experienced fighter, you are experienced with this game, you probably can skip this video, but because this video is for kind of like a new beginner who doesn't know how to fight properly, this is like one of the guidelines that I want to make for you, because the KVK sometimes you have to be sneaky a little bit. You want to do sending something like this. If you go, let's say you go fake march first, and then you're probably going to end up sending your main march, so you're going to be looking like this. But sometimes when they attack you, you have to differentiate this, because for example, let's say that this is my castle, and if I see a fake march coming first, I can just turn off my talent, and then when the main march comes, I can just turn it back on, right? That's how you can defend, and how you won't waste your talent on your fake marches, because a lot of people gonna be trying to waste your talent, so you become kind of like a talentless castle without any of these skills to help you out, because these skills are very, very OP. They can defend well even if the enemy rallies you. So that is like one of the thing. Another thing is I want to show you guys is that some people probably prefer to sending something like this, only 2 immortals. So when they're sending 2 immortals, you will be seeing something like this. Only frontliners gonna come, and also if you probably notice here, we can actually do with the backliner as well. So you can see here, only archers then will be marching. This is like one of the things that people have to be looking at when they're fighting, especially in a 1v1 fighting. This is a very good method to use as well to, you know, make enemies using their talent real fast, so your main can hit later. That's most of the time I do this, especially if you have like a, let's say, 2 strong marches in your like account, and I would probably do something alongside of, let's say this is one, and then I would probably do, let's say my second march are pretty strong at garrison, and then when I attack somebody, I just do a quick marches right there, and then I send my main. The only reason why I do something like this is because so I can proc the enemy's talent 2 times before my main march actually hits the enemies. This is one of the very good tactic that you can use if you're struggling to beat somebody who is using talent. So the main point here, try to make enemies use talent as much as possible, then your main can hit, so it becomes easier for your main march to actually fight the garrisons. So yeah, so let's take a look at some of the other points that I want to show you guys as well. So to the last point of this video is the benefit of sending fake marches. Sending fake marches is really good in my opinion, especially in the 1v1 fighting, and also in like a rally, huge rally fighting, because if a rally like a rally fight war kind of thing starts, the first thing that you want to do is, especially if you're the one helping out, you should try to make enemy spending all their talents as fast as possible, because then your rally is going to be a way, you know, has higher chance of winning the battle. So make enemies use the talent is one of the very good thing about, you know, benefit of using the fake marches. Also sometimes you can confuse the enemies. What I mean by that is like if you're doing 1v1 fighting and then you are, for example, I would say you're garrisoning your main with your main march, and then you just keep sending the fake marches. Sometimes the enemies will probably, you know, get enough of it, and then they're gonna send their fake march, or I mean like the main march at you. So maybe they think like you probably have sent your main march as well, but you will most likely see this kind of tactic in the IB League because it's very effective there. As for the, you know, in the KVK, in the KE kind of stuff, it's not as effective, but it works sometimes because it really depends how strong the enemy is. Also, the third one being spending less troops, because you're gonna be saving, I would say, 10k troops per hit at least, because if you're sending fake marches with full troops, most likely you're gonna be losing way too much troops. So what you do is you allocate them to 1 troops per immortal, then you're basically losing nothing. All you're wasting is the AP, but AP can, you know, is auto generated as well, so don't worry about that. And of course, like I mentioned earlier in this section, you have a higher chance of winning the fights if you're sending fake marches more often, make enemies using their talents, and especially during the big fights, this is going to be very, very, very helpful for you and your alliance when they're fighting. So yeah, that's it for the fake marches. I hope I managed to show you guys how to differentiate the fake marches from the real march, how you can think, like for example, if your enemy are sending multiple march at you, when to use talent and when not to use. And also, I hope you guys are ready to fight, not right after watching this video, because this is one of the most common tactics that you're going to see around in KVK, especially in the good fighters. They are very good at this, and maybe they do like instant, instant recall, this kind of stuff. So it might be very difficult to, to be winning a lot of stuff, but at least you will doing great if you kind of using these tactics. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Thanks you guys for, supporting my channel. I have experienced some growth lately, so thank you guys for watching. And I really appreciate it a lot. And I will try to continue making this kind of videos where I give you like a little bit of guideline, give a little bit of information, give a little bit of everything, so you guys can keep being engaged into the game. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.